Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Have you ever felt your heart warm from just a single glance or a small smile? Today, that moment is here once again. Jimin and Jungkook stand side by side, without excessive effort, without grand words, yet everything about them feels real. Through Are You Sure Too? On Disney Plus Korea, the camera captures more than just visuals. It captures emotion, comfort, and a closeness that simply cannot be hidden. And in the final photo, that one small smile changes everything. Let's talk together about a moment that warms fans' hearts and quietly makes some people uneasy. At last, the long-awaited moment has arrived. Once again, we are treated to more scenes of Jimin and Jungkook in Are You Sure Too? Set to air on Disney Plus Korea, a small gift that feels deeply personal to fans. From the moment the news broke, one thing became immediately clear: the happiness is real. Not because of a grand concept or excessive promotional promises, but because of two people who can create warmth simply by standing next to each other. When Jimin and Jungkook appear together, they do so without trying too hard. There are no overly dramatic poses, no forced expressions, and that is precisely where the strength lies. Everything feels natural. Their gazes, their smiles, even the distance between them speak a language that can only be understood by the heart. In the latest video released by Disney Plus, we're shown a photo session that feels like more than just an ordinary shoot. Every frame looks like a living wallpaper, as if the camera isn't only capturing visuals but also the emotions flowing quietly between them. Soft light frames their faces, while an aura of comfort and familiarity radiates without the need for explanation. Jimin appears with his gentle charm, his gaze warm, his smile subtle yet full of meaning. There is a calm confidence in the way he stands, as if he knows that beside him is someone who always makes him feel safe. And Jungkook, the way he looks at Jimin isn't merely the look of a coworker or a longtime friend. It's honest, deep, and full of care. A gaze that seems to say, I'm here, always. It's impossible not to feel warmth while watching them. Jungkook's eyes linger in a way that makes you pause. There's no exaggerated smile, no grand gesture, just eyes speaking clearly. There is admiration. There is affection that doesn't need to be announced. A familiarity built slowly, over years of shared moments and experiences. Their poses feel effortless. Not stiff. Not staged. The distance between their bodies seems guided by comfort rather than camera direction. And honestly, many would agree, it truly feels like a couple pose. Not because they intend it to look that way, but because the closeness flows naturally, like two people accustomed to sharing the same space. These photos remind us that Jimin and Jungkook's chemistry wasn't created overnight. It was built through quiet laughter behind the scenes, shared exhaustion, and silences that never felt awkward. Their chemistry feels alive, breathing, growing, and deepening with time. That's why every appearance together feels new, yet familiar. Always touching. There's something deeply calming about seeing them. Like coming home. Even without dialogue or narration, their presence alone warms the atmosphere. They don't need to explain anything. The camera simply records what's already there, genuine closeness. In the final session, the mood becomes more serious. Jimin stands calmly yet firmly, clearly wanting the moment captured exactly as he envisions it. With a steady voice, he tells Jungkook, "No, we shouldn't smile for this photo." There's no anger in his tone, only focus. Jungkook turns to him, listening carefully. As always, he nods and replies obediently, "Got it." For a moment, Jungkook tries to hold his expression. He stands straight, face neutral. But holding back a smile, especially in front of Jimin, turns out to be harder than expected. Something always softens within him when he's near that person. Comfort, habit, or an unconscious warmth that rises on its own. And in the final photo, when the camera captures what should be the most serious moment, Jungkook still smiles. Not wide. Not exaggerated. Just a small, honest smile. A smile that quietly says no matter how hard he tries to follow instructions, his heart has a will of its own. It appears naturally, instinctively, because Jimin is there. For some, this may seem like a minor detail. But for those who pay attention, that smile feels like a quiet confession. Beneath professionalism and simple obedience, there are feelings that cannot be fully hidden. Warmth always finds a way to leak through, even in a single smile. No wonder fans react the way they do. Some smile unconsciously. Some fall silent. Some feel their chests warm. Because behind the beautiful visuals lies something difficult to explain. The sense that this isn't just content, but a real moment born from a genuine bond. Perhaps that's why we never grow tired of seeing Jimin and Jungkook together. Not because they're perfect, but because they feel honest. Every glance, every unconscious smile, every comfortable pose feels like a fragment of a long story still unfolding. Are you sure too? Becomes more than just a show. With these moments, it becomes a space to witness a dynamic long cherished, one that never loses its charm and always makes hearts flutter, no matter how many times we've seen them together. In the end, these photos and videos don't just prove the strength of their chemistry. They remind us of something simple. Genuine closeness always feels different. And Jimin and Jungkook, each in their own way, always manage to deliver that feeling. They stand together, smile together, and without saying a word, make the world feel a little warmer. And perhaps that is their greatest strength. Yet behind the warmth fans feel, there is another side. For some haters, moments like these only deepen their frustration. They hope for distance, coldness, something to deny, but what appears on screen is the opposite. Closeness that grows harder to ignore. Every glance, every unintentional smile challenges the narrative they try to build. The more they deny it, the clearer reality becomes, not through statements or declarations, but through small details that can't be fabricated. Body language doesn't lie. Expressions can't be fully controlled. And that's where arguments fall apart, because what's captured isn't assumption, but reality. Perhaps that's what frustrates them most. Jimin and Jungkook don't need to prove anything. They don't explain. They don't defend. They simply exist as they are, and that honesty speaks louder than words. While some people deny, the camera quietly records the truth. And maybe that's why we always return, because with them, there's always a feeling of home. Thank you for watching Jikook Moments. If you feel the same way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because as long as they stand side by side, these moments will always exist.